So I'm in my local coffee shop as I want to do, and I just like to do at least once a week if I get a chance when I'm not traveling. And when I'm traveling, I will at least go to a coffee shop at least once a day, as long as there's one close enough to my hotel. I will go to a coffee shop because there's something about the vibe of coffee shops that no matter where I am, whether I'm in Asia, whether I'm in South America, Central America, I just love the vibe of a coffee shop. Even when I'm not drinking coffee, there was a lot of days that when I was in Asia, I was in the coffee shop and I was having a smoothie, or a fruit soda, or a tea, or a lemonade. But I like the vibe of a coffee shop, and today I had a matcha. And it was interesting that I'm working to finish up a book that I wrote called She Don't Like You, and you'll learn more about that soon. But I was listening to a couple actually have a disagreement about something that one of them said to one of their in-laws. So one of them said to the in-law that we had a stressful morning, and then when that in-law texted the other person, it was like, oh, well, the person said y'all had a stressful morning, and then that person said, well, why did you say we had a stressful morning? And then they ensued to have a little disagreement, and then they agreed that, yeah, it was stressful, but that's not what they supposed to say. They're not supposed to tell anybody that they had a stressful morning. And I thought that that was interesting, and it was interesting how one of the persons was more mean and rude and berating the other person, where the other person was just trying to explain why they were saying what they were saying. And I thought, wow, these two people don't like each other, because instead of looking for a way to understand each other, they are looking for a way to defend themselves from the other person. And what it made me feel like, or made me think about, was how when we feel that we have to defend ourselves against just being ourselves, against just explaining our point of view, then that means that we're not free to do so in that relationship. And so that could be a matter of that person having a lack of self-awareness. It could be that person having, some narcissistic or other personality disorder type tendencies. It could be just because the person straight up don't like you. And it's important to know if a person doesn't like you, because if a person doesn't like you, you shouldn't be spending time with them. You shouldn't be sharing secrets with them. You shouldn't be telling them about your dreams and your desires, because that person is going to try to harm you and sabotage you in some way. And that is one of the lessons that I learned, and that I share in my upcoming work, which is called She Don't Like You. And it's going to be a book also available for digital only, as well as audio and video download, as well as hard copy. Again, self-published, and it'll be my fourth work in the last 2 years, and I'm super excited about it. It's called She Don't Like You, and you'll be able to get it as early as August 19th. And in the meantime, I want you to utilize your own gifts and tools in terms of intuition and self-awareness to really evaluate the people who are in your circle. How long have they been there? How did they get there? How did they end up ingratiating themselves into you in your life? How did you end up trusting them or feeling, comfortable or confident that they were a good person to have in your life? And I want to suggest to you that once you start asking yourself those questions are not going to be based in that person. Those questions are going to be based in you, and those questions are going to be based on any wounds and unhealed areas of trauma that you really haven't addressed. And that's what we're going to get into, not only in the upcoming book, She Don't Like You, but we're also going to get into it in an upcoming session of ThoughtWorks Thursday, and even a little bit in the upcoming symposium all around self-awareness. It's titled Dare to Be Self-Aware. It's going to be held inside of the Leaders Learn Radical Change app, August 15th through the 17th. Plus on the 18th, I'm going to do an Ask Me Anything Q&A session where we get to deep dive and you get to ask me anything about the class or anything else inside of the Executive Acceleration Academy. So all you got to do is go to the Stand store right there, or go to my Canvas site and get the information that you need, as well as get all the links to download the Leaders Learn Radical Change app, which you can also get on the Google Play and Apple stores for the iPhone and iPad. And guess what? You can go to the web and download it there. And once you have that app downloaded, all you need to do is send me a message, and then we can connect one-on-one, and we can take your journey forward from there.